Thanks for tuning in. Another edition of the Ready Talk Boxing Show. I'm ready, you're ready. The Double RT Boxing Show. Your show, I'm the host, Mr.A. Shakur Stevenson defeats Jeremiah. It's the reason I said I wanted to really see this fight in the breakdown. In the breakdown, we discussed it. We talked about this being the rawest, more powerful, rangier, most athletic opponent Shakur Stevenson has faced. So there's no coincidence at all, or however it's said. Like, coincidentally, this conversation is being talked about as a born performance. He needed to show out more. People are like, oh, who is this guy? You have the more skills, go finish him. Yes, he has the power. All those questions were talked. And the only question that I did not see in the fight was, well, in the way I did see it. And that was what we talked about. Jeremiah's only way of winning this fight was to turn it into a 6-round fight. He waited too long to pull that trigger, like in round 6 or 7. When he made Shakur run around that ring, Shakur tagged him early on in the first round. That definitely got his attention. Just as much Shakur felt his power in that first round. To start really, I'm going to just stick on the outside and counter this guy. That 27-0 record and like 17 knockouts, that shit ain't no joke. Hey, this guy does hit hard as fuck. Shakur felt that, cool poker face. He didn't say nothing, but he felt that shit and he stayed away. And I was really hoping to see Jeremiah do the that 6th or 7th round press earlier on, but when you get it, everyone has a game plan until you get hit in the face, right? And that was like the only question. Like I said, we got the answer in a way, but I just wish it would have been done earlier without Shakur having the time to adapt the data, to somewhat figure out the range, his awful footwork, I wish I would have seen that jump earlier, like the way Hermanis jumped on Ritson, the way Ponce, how you pronounce his name, the way he just went at Ritson. I wish Jeremiah went at Shakur that way, just to see, because as a fan of Shakur, I want to see that aspect. Like, can he do, every other box you check for me, I have great confidence in rooting for you if we come to a fight. But that one aspect right there, of course you never really know until that fire comes. But this was the opponent that could bring. I guess when you do sparring things, you spar for certain things. As a fan, we just, as a spectator in the sport of boxing, I would like to see that style versus style. I would like to have seen what would Shakur's defense have done? Like I said, in round 6, so I forgot what round it was, when he got pressed really hard, he showed the ring generalship. He skated all around the ring really well, with ease. But like I said, it would have been nice to just see it from the get-go where he doesn't have the time to think. It has to be done on the Johnny spot. And to me, that was the only chance Jeremiah had to win that fight, because it showed Shakur fought with the respect. Or was it the respect, or was it fear of the power? That's a whole nother conversation. We could talk about that on a spit bucket. So, other than that, Shakur looked well. He dominated. But there was definitely questions that I wanted in this fight. And like I said, if Jeremiah, like I said, I picked him to get knocked out because of how he got countered. The same way he got knocked down, they were clubbing shots. You know, it was to the point where we're used to seeing Shakur do some body work on people, digging in the shots, hooks. All he was able to really do was straight counters over Jeremiah's wild ass hooks and jabs. And then you know, he had to do the check left hook. But even then, those check left hooks, you could argue on all knockdowns, where they shouldn't have been knockdowns, were they knockdowns. You could argue on all of them. Nothing was really delivered by Stevenson. Just he outpointed the shit of him. You know, was he able to time him and stun him? Of course, you know, but if he could have stunned him, that's what everyone's saying. If you could stun him, you know, could you have rocked him? That's what everyone talking about right now. And that's good. That's the question. Was it respect? Was it fear? The Double RT Boxing Show. We'll get into the spit bucket. The counters were there. I thought it was gonna be a wild counter to the body that finished Jeremiah, but Stevenson never wanted to go in that the wheelhouse to fire that. As Andre Ward was saying, you gotta you gotta get through it to get to it. So it's after the fight, he tweeted he wasn't good, or you know, posted he wasn't good. So we'll just have to take that as what it is. With 120, 107, what really? Yeah, I wasn't feeling good. I got 107, 120. If I was feeling good, I would have knocked his ass out. So take it what it is. The kid from North, Stevenson does his thing. Thank you for your time and support.